Okay, guys, I'm back, and I got some new information sent to me by Mary. I haven't really been reading a whole lot lately. We've had a pretty busy weekend. But from what I understand, the lawyers for Melissa Huckaby, Mr. Behar, wants Sandra Cantu's body exhumed. He said he wants to perform an independent autopsy, considering that they're calling because the rape allegations the autopsy showed that there was trauma to the genital area. That's what happens when you rape, dude. I think those coroners know what they're doing. They didn't go to school for nothing. Pretty sure they know. They came down with this on the same day that Sandra's family laid her to rest in the mausoleum. Like, that family has not been through enough torment and enough torture. Now let's just add some more because, hey, let's protect that abuser. Let's protect that criminal and not that child. Welcome to the U.S. when they have the right to have that done. And that family has to unbury that little girl and then bury her all over again. Sad, folks. Sad. I have a lot of crazy information on here today that was sent to me, and I'm going to blog about most of them tomorrow, but the one I want to talk about right now is that of James Paul Taylor. He is 28 years old. He lives in Chesterfield up by Mount Clemens. He had sex with his own 4-year-old son. 4 years old. He then posted nude pictures of his 4 and 9-year-old sons on the internet website called Tops and Bottoms. In those pictures, he is posed with the children having oral sex on a grown adult male. They're pretty sure that that male is Taylor himself. A Warren man who was in the chat room was solicited by Taylor to come over and have sex with him and his young boys. That man in turn called 911. Instead of him showing up at the house, it was the police department. Good for you, Mr. Man and Warren. Good job. I'm glad that you were not a sicko and called the police on that one. That's crazy. It's not bad enough that we have to protect our children from pedophiles that live on the road and down the road from you and in your neighborhood and at your schools and family neighbors and friends, but now you have to protect them from their own parents. The mother has not been cleared in this yet, and I'm really hoping that that mother is innocent and had nothing to do with this. On another case is Rebecca Ann Grundy. Rebecca Ann Grundy is from Portage, Michigan. She was charged with kidnapping and custodial interference. She received for that crime at 43 years old probation for 1 year, court costs, and state fees. She's not even in jail. I don't care if it's parental kidnapping or not. The fact is, you abducted. You took a child away from the other parent. Now, if that parent was abusing them and you needed to go into hiding or whatever, and you were in fear for your child, that's one thing. But not just because you want to take that kid away. That's just wrong. Joseph Miller and Nikayla Reed of Detroit were found guilty for trying to cremate the remains of their 1-year-old child. I'm sorry, maybe not 1-year-old. It doesn't really say how old that one was. The police came to investigate the scalding of their 1-year-old child, and they found the remains in a barbecue pit in their backyard. Joseph Miller received 22 to 50 years for the murder, and an additional 10 to 15 years for the scalding of the boy. Nikayla Reed received 10 to 15 years. That's all. This child had been dead for almost 2 years, and they were collecting welfare on him. They had him frozen at some point somewhere in a basement freezer somewhere. I believe it was at Joseph Miller's sister's house. And then when she started getting suspicious of the package down there, he removed it, took it to his home, put it on a barbecue pit, and tried to cremate his child himself. And they collected welfare benefits for it. Where was CPS then? Once again, Kalamazoo County, CPS, you failed again. Carlos Raymore was arrested for shaking his girlfriend's 21-month-old daughter to death. He's got a lot of backers, a lot of people. He's babysat a lot of children. He has his own children, babysits his godchildren. They've never had any marks on them. This case kind of sounds funny to me, but I know you guys are going to send this to me. It almost sounds as if this man could possibly be innocent this time. He has 147 people on his side. And out of those 147 people, I believe like 30 of them he's actually babysat for. His ex-girlfriend was there with their own 9-month-old daughter. And he said that he's never laid a hand on her. He's kept his godchildren, his nieces, his nephews, neighbors' kids. He's never laid a hand on them. So if he did it, yes, he needs to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. But if he is not the one that did it, then they need to find the person who did, and not just assume that the man home with her at the time did it. Remember, once again, here we go. Sandra Cantu's father, Jessica Lunsford's father. They always go after the man. How do they know in all reality that could not have been the mother? I don't know, because I don't know her. Tasha Martin and Joseph Taylor were brought in for questioning on the death of Tasha Martin's son, Isaiah Taylor. Joseph Taylor is not Isaiah's father. He was severely beaten, and he has now died. The couple did have a 5-week-old daughter named Danielle, who passed away last year. That was ruled to be an accidental death, but they're opening that case back up because now with what has happened with Isaiah. Now listen, you guys, in case you didn't get what I said, one is Detroit, one is Portage, one is Mount Clemens, one is Chesterfield. Folks, these are all local. These are all not far. This is all in the state. We need to change these laws because they're getting out of hand. Some of these babies might be okay. You never know who you can trust anymore. They're protected to death by CPS. They don't step in. They don't help. They don't do their job, as we've learned with Callista Springer, as we've learned with Kelsey Briggs, as we've learned with Riley Sawyers, and as we've learned with Ms. Marie Brown. They don't do their job. They come in, take a look around. Tesla O'Call was laying all covered up, beaten badly. When CPS come in, they thought she was sleeping and waved them off. Little did they know that baby was dead. She was laying dead in that crib. They didn't even look. They didn't even come back and pull the covers back. They just came in, saw what they thought was a sleeping child, and left. She wasn't a sleeping child. She was a dead child laying in a crib. So, anyway, that's all I have to say tonight. Believe me, I got about 9 of them to blog on in the morning, but yeah, tonight's been kind of a weird night. So, I will see you guys in the morning, and have a good one. Thank you for watching. Here's your update, but try to Google that James Paul Taylor, man. That's pretty sick. You're going to have sex with your own 4-year-old son. Post pictures on the internet of your 4-year-old and your 9-year-old giving you oral copulation. And then come up to some man in a chat room and ask him to come over and have sex with you and your 4- and 9-year-old sons. What a sicko. What a sicko. So make a stink up there in Chesterfield, guys. Make sure this man gets sentenced to life. And not in a protected way. He does not need to be in his own seclusion. The man needs to be in general population. Them fathers can't see their children. They'll hurt that man every day. So let's make some stink up there, guys. Make some stink in Chesterfield. Alright? I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.